What's up? Welcome once again, guys, to another video. Thanks as always for tuning in. And let me just take this opportunity to, just let you guys know how appreciative I am for you to take time out of your busy schedule to join me. And I know sometimes, even though, I'm unable to post any video, a lot of you have stuck around and, can't say it enough. It is greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. And, keep supporting the channel, and just continue to share, like, and tell someone, tell a friend. All right. And guys, let me remind you also to like the video, share the video, subscribe if you haven't already done so, hit that notification bell, and comment, guys. Comment and let us know what you think about the videos, the contents, whatever, something I have said that you may or may not have agreed with. All right. So guys, I came across this story, and I just found it really, really, what's the word, interesting. I never heard of it before. I think it happened a little while ago, but yeah, I just decided to let you guys hear about the story, for those of you who haven't heard of it before. So this guy that you're looking at on your screen, is called a Jamaican drug dealer. All right, and he was jailed for life for stabbing a woman to death in front of her daughter, who is 6 years old. And he should have been deported in 2007 for another attack on another woman, but I don't know why he wasn't deported. But anyway, let us get into the story. So his name is Lloyd Byfield, and he's 48 years old. So Mr. Byfield launched a hammer and knife attack on Lehan Duffy, who is 26 years old. The drug dealer smashed into her flat when she did not answer his calls, stabbed her 14 times before her 6-year-old daughter, who tried to stop it. The court told Byfield was ordered to be deported back to Jamaica in 2007, jailed in 2005 for attacking another woman with a chisel, and for burglary. A very active man, I must say. So a violent Jamaican drug dealer who evaded deportation for years before he launched a frenzied hammer and knife attack on a young woman in front of her 6-year-old daughter, could spend the rest of his life behind bars. Lloyd Byfield, 48, pursued a relationship with 26-year-old Lehan Duffy before he armed himself with a claw hammer and a large red-handled kitchen knife and smashed his way into her flat in Walthamstow, East London, on September 1 last year. After pleading guilty to murder, he was sentenced to life with a minimum term of 26 and a half years by Judge Nicholas Cook, who told him he may never be released. Judge Cook told Byfield he must have had a heart of stone to have killed Miss Duffy despite the presence of the young girl, who was herself attacked when she tried to intervene. During the Old Bailey hearing, Judge Cook also expressed his unhappiness at the failure of authorities to deport Byfield back to Jamaica when he attacked another woman with a chisel and was jailed for burglary in 2005. He said the murder could have been prevented if he had been sent back to Jamaica then. Byfield came to the UK in 2000 and was granted indefinite leave to remain on June 29, 2004, after getting married to a British woman despite being in another relationship with the mother of his child, Patricia White. 9 days before leave was granted, he stabbed Miss White with a chisel. 2 months later, he broke into her husband's home and ransacked it. In March 2005, he was jailed for 30 months for pleading guilty to assault, occasioning actual bodily harm, and burglary. He was ordered to be deported on May 29, 2007. At the hearing, Judge Cook said, I do not know whether, when you were in custody, any steps were taken to minimize the risk which was represented to women, particularly those with whom you had a relationship. It is on any view essential that when men are sentenced for crimes of domestic violence, the underlying risk to women is addressed. If it was not successfully addressed. You were to be deported, but for some reasons, which cannot be explained to me, that was never actioned, with the result you were here to able to kill a woman. Byfield claimed he was in love with Miss Duffy and that she was sleeping with another man, with other men. But Judge Cook said, that is not love. Love is caring and cherishing. This was obsessive, possessive brutality, mirroring a wholly wrong attitude to women. This was the pinnacle of domestic violence, a scourge which affects the lives of women and children. Byfield had previous convictions for dealing cannabis in Jamaica and continued to do so in the UK, the Old Bailey heard. He had been staying with a friend in Acne in the days leading up to the killing, but was thrown out on August 31 last year. Byfield reportedly tried to contact Leanne Duffy, but she did not answer his calls until the next day. Prosecutor Crispin Hylett, QC, said, it seemed that Miss Duffy had some sort of relationship with his defendant. The defendant appears to have become fixated with Leanne Duffy in the weeks leading up to the murder. Byfield was captured on CCTV traveling from Acne to Walthamstow in the early morning of September 1. He appears to have spoken to Miss Duffy several times up until 2:30 p.m. and launched his attack sometime after 3 p.m. He banged 18 times on the front door of the flat and then burst into the victim's living room and stabbed her in the arm and neck. When she begged him to stop, he replied, shut up, I don't love you anymore. I hear you are sleeping with other men. Wow. Her 6-year-old daughter tried to intervene but was hit on the arm and forced away. Witnesses say Miss Duffy staggered out of her home, bleeding heavily, shouting, help me, as the killer fled the scene. She was taken by London Here ambulance to University College Hospital but died of her injuries 2 days later. A postmortem at Walthamstow Mortuary gave the cause of death as a stab wound to the neck. The 6-year-old girl received treatment at the scene for an injury but did not need to go to hospital. The murder weapons were recovered from the scene and Byfield was quickly identified as a suspect, police said. He was arrested days later when he stopped a PCSO in Walthamstow High Street, saying he was wanted by the police. He told the officer, I have done it. I am not going to fight it. When you love someone, you are not supposed to hurt them, but love can make you do stupid things. I think the devil came into my head. Despite confessing to the officer, he later refused to answer questions. However, forensic evidence at the scene, phone records and witness accounts provided overwhelming evidence of his guilt. Byfield, of no fixed address, showed no reaction as he was led to the cells today. Members of the victim's family shouted, scumbag, and I hope you rot in hell, from the public gallery. Leanne's mother, Ann Kerr, said in a victim impact statement read out to the court by the prosecutor the day Lloyd Byfield broke into Leanne's house and attacked and murdered her completely, ripped an entire family apart, and our family will never be the same again. Leanne was a joyous woman who loved to laugh. Since Leanne was murdered, the whole family has suffered immense depression with terrible recurring nightmares. Detective Chief Inspector Glenn Lloyd from the Homicide and Major Crime Command said this was a despicable attack on a woman at home with her young child, a place where she was entitled to feel safe, and rightly so. Byfield has shown callous and murderous intent by forcing his way in and then proceeding to inflict fatal injuries on Leanne Duffy in a pre-planned attack. Byfield was motivated by jealousy as he had previously wished to pursue a relationship with Duffy. Wow, that is crazy. So guys, there you have it, and Boy, jealousy is really a hell of a thing, boy. I'm telling you. This is really crazy. How can you travel so far with the intent of harming someone and still, by the time you get there, you're still in that same mindset? You know what I mean? And carry out that act. Oh, it is really crazy. So anyway, guys, this other story that I'm coming to you with, a really dramatic story of, I guess someone who was kind of lost it mentally in midair. So this woman that you're looking at on your screen, guys, she was traveling on a Southwest airline, and I don't know what happened, what came over her, if she had mental issues before or what, but she went off. So listen to this now, guys. So a Southwest passenger was arrested after she tried to open the door of a plane in midair while claiming Jesus had told her to do it. Yes, Jesus. So Elam Agbegniu, I don't know if I'll call it right, Agbegniu, 34, tried to open the aircraft door while at 37,000 feet. The Southwest Airlines flight from Ohio to Texas was forced to land in Arkansas. A passenger who intervened during the flight on Saturday was bitten on the leg. Agbegniu claims she was told by Jesus to get on the plane and open the door. A trial was scheduled for today, but due to her mental state, it was placed on hold. A crazed Southwest airline passenger who tried to open the aircraft's door mid-flight before biting another passenger in the thigh claimed Jesus told her to do it. So I guess Jesus told her to bite the lady also. Southwest Flight 192 was going from Houston to Columbus on Saturday when it was forced to make an emergency landing at Bill and Hillary Clinton National Airport in Little Rock, Arkansas. Elam Agbegniu, 34, became frustrated that flight attendants prevented her from getting to the emergency exit, a complainant in an Arkansas district court revealed. When another passenger intervened, Agbegniu bit them on the thigh and refused to disengage until her jaw was opened. Oh my God. Guys, this is not a joke, but sometimes you have to take bad things, make laughing, I'm telling you. You just have to laugh sometimes. So this is like a shark. Some of those sharks that when they hold on to you, the only way you can get them to let go until you literally hold their jaws and open it. Wow. The victim, who was not identified in the complaint, was suffering from PTSD after the attack and treated with antibiotics in hospital. Oh boy. They were rushing to the back of the plane to help. I was thinking about the worst case. Probably that plane will crash. But I know it's a very low probability. Passenger Ding Yu. Agbegniu appeared at court on Wednesday morning for a trial, but her attorney expressed concerns that it could not proceed due to her mental state, a court document seen at dailymail.com said. Oh boy. Guys, when you lose it, you lose it. So this is the moment that the police was called in and they came to take her off the flight. The complaint provides an account of the events leading up to the plane's emergency landing in Little Rock on the evening of November 26 during the busy Thanksgiving weekend. The harrowing episode began when Agbegniu went to the back of the plane and started staring at the exit door. A flight attendant then told the woman to either use the bathroom or sit down. Another attendant said Agbegniu then asked them both if she was allowed to look out the window. When she was denied, she forced her way past one flight attendant and began to pull the handle of the exit door while the plane was at 37,000 feet. When a fellow passenger intervened by tackling Agbegne, she bit them on the thigh and did not release, forcing the passenger to pry her jaw from their leg. Oh boy. The crazed woman then started whacking her head on the plane floor, claiming Jesus told her to fly to Ohio. So I guess she was about to fly out the plane. And Jesus told her to open the door. The victim of the bite was treated at a nearby hospital where with antibiotics and hepatitis shots and now has PTSD and anxiety. Wow. Agbegne has since claimed it was the first time she had flown in a while and traveled without her husband. She claimed in court documents that she was very anxious at the time of her episode and would not normally have done these things. Agbegne will likely face charges of assault and interference with a plane crew. Oh my God. I have to admit, guys, this is kind of a funny one, even though it's a serious thing, because if she had gotten to open that door, boy, that plane would be gone, right? So, that's why sometimes, guys, while traveling, whether on plane, train, bus, whatever it is, we got to keep our eyes open, guys. Come out of the phone a little bit and keep our eyes open and be aware of our surroundings, because you never know what's coming. Trust me. Oh boy. So guys, this other story that I'm coming to you with now, the final story for today, and quite a sad one to had. And as I always say, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but somebody has got to do it. You know what I mean? So this young lady and that little one that you're seeing on your screen, sent off the story. So let's dive into it, guys. A 10-year-old boy has been charged with murder. Yes, guys, I said it, murder, for shooting his mother in the face at close range while she was doing laundry because she refused to buy him a virtual reality headset. Look at that. And guys, I have to say, boy, and I've said this before, and maybe not only on this platform, but I've always said this. This generation, the kind of the kind of mindset that they have, this must get mindset that they have. Boy, I'm telling you. So the boy is accused of shooting Quiana Man, 44, from 3 feet away at their home in Milwaukee. A day later, he used her Amazon account to buy himself an Oculus VR headset, which cost from $130 to $500, before telling his grandma he was sorry for killing his mother and asking where his Amazon package is. Wow. So I'm wondering now if he was sitting there, and this is what the headset, these are the headset that he had bought. I'm wondering now if this little man sat there with his dead mother. I don't know, boy. This is crazy. So and have the nerve to be asking where his Amazon package was. The child, who, according to family members, has rage issues and heirs imaginary people, has been charged with first-degree reckless homicide and will be tried as an adult. Wait a minute. The child, who, according to family members, has rage issues and heirs imaginary people, has been charged with first-degree reckless homicide and will be tried as an adult. So I guess this is something that he has been, well, not the killing, but I guess, the issues has been going on for a while. They knew about it. I wonder if he was getting help. you know. And, just look at the mom, such a sweet looking, young lady. It's such a sad case, such a really sad case, guys. The boy initially told police that the shooting was an accident. He claimed the man had walked in front of him while aiming at a wall to scare her, and he accidentally shot her in the head, according to criminal charges obtained. So, and then my other question is, whose gun is it? Where did he get the gun from? Well, if he and his mom was the only ones living there, must have been her gun. But let us see if they mention anything in there. He later said in a second interview, however, that he intentionally aimed at his mother before shooting her at their home on 87th Street near Emlock at around 7 a.m. on November 21. The boy, who is one of man's 4 children, okay, Brianna, TJ, Brandon, and Noah. It is unclear which boy shot her. If he's 10, well, I don't know. After the shooting, he put the gun in the closet and told his older sister, Brianna Moore, 26, that mother, who worked in behavioral health, oh my God, was dead, the complainant read. Moore then called 911. I mean, I guess if she worked in behavioral health, then I guess she should have had some handle on this situation. But I mean, when it's your child, it's probably different. Wisconsin law requires children as young as 10 to be charged as adults for certain serious crimes, though the boy's attorney can seek to move the case to juvenile court. He is currently being held in juvenile detention. And, guys, before I go on, I have to say, even though it's such a serious crime where he killed his own mother, but I for one don't believe in charging kids as adults. If you're a kid, you're just a kid. So you know what I mean. Regardless of the crime, it's best they just lock him up somewhere and keep him there until he reaches adulthood. Then they charge him for the crime if it can happen like that. But I don't know. But that's just my opinion. I don't believe in it. So according to the complaint, the boy initially told officers he got the gun from his mother's bedroom and went to the basement where she was doing laundry. He said he was twirling the gun around his finger when it went off. The boy was allowed to stay with family, and an initial release from police said the shooting was caused by a child playing with a gun. A day later, concerned relatives called the police. The boy's aunt said that when she collected the boy, he retrieved a set of house keys that contained a key to the gun's lockbox. When his aunt asked about the shooting, the boy said he pointed the gun at his mom and that she told him to put it down. Oh boy. The boy's aunt and sister said he never cried to show or showed remorse and had also physically attacked his 7-year-old cousin the same day. Well, I guess he has real issues, boy. The boy's family said he has concerning mental issues and has exhibited disturbing behavior in the past. When he was 4, the boy allegedly swung the family's puppy around by its tail. The complaint says 6 months ago, the family told police the boy filled a balloon with a flammable liquid and set it on fire, causing an explosion that burned furniture and the carpet. My God. When asked why he did it, the boy said 2 sisters told him to do it. The boy told his family he hears 5 imaginary people talking to him, who he said are 2 sisters, an old woman, and 2 mean men. Brianna also said in the complaint that her brother has had rage issues all of his life and becomes very angry and acts out. Man also set up cameras around the house, but the cameras had been unplugged during the shooting according to report. It is unclear who disabled the cameras. After learning these new details, Milwaukee police interviewed the boy again. This time, he told detectives he aimed the gun at his mom with two hands while in a shooting stance. He said he tried shooting a wall to scare her when she walked in front of him and he shot her, the complaint said. The boy told police he got the gun from the lockbox but that morning because his mother woke him up early at 6 a.m. instead of 6:30 a.m. and because she wouldn't let him buy the headset on Amazon. The boy's lawyer, Angela Cunningham, called the shooting an absolute family tragedy and said she didn't think anybody would deny or disagree with that. However, she did not think the adult system would be equipped to address the needs of a 10-year-old child. It is unclear if she plans to petition to move the case to juvenile court. The boy is expected to appear in court on December 8th and is being held on a $50,000 bond. He could face up to 60 years in prison if convicted as an adult. His mother's funeral is set for Friday, and according to a GoFundMe, she will be remembered as compassionate, loving, and kind. Quiana was cherished and beloved by all who knew her. Her smile alone could light a room. And as we can see here, that's so true. But guys, I'm reading, some parts of this. I have to say, boy, this little kid here has some serious issues which need to be addressed, like right now. You know what I mean? Because these kind of behaviors are not normal, and it's people like these that comes up and do mass shootings and all that stuff. So they need, instead of lock him up in prison where he's gonna probably get worse, they need to put him in some mental institution and try to get him some help. I don't know how that happens, but yeah, he need some serious help, guys. So drop a comment and let me know if you guys think what you guys think about this case. If you think I'm right, or whatever you think, just let me know. So anyway, guys, thanks as always for tuning in again, and let me remind you to like the video, share the video, subscribe if you haven't already done so, hit that notification bell, and comment, guys. Comment and let me know what you think. So until next time, blessed love, peace.